Another year and another shameless Call of Duty release. But this time is bad. Like, it's really bad. Say what you want around games like Infinite Warfare, COD Ghost, COD Vanguard, World War II, Black Ops 4, but these games all had some form of identity. Some, if not, were complete and utter piles of dog doo-doo, but they had a vision and they stuck with that throughout. Modern Warfare 3, however, no, not this masterpiece. This one right here, in my opinion, has almost no identity whatsoever. Zero originality. And if I'm being completely honest and transparent, it's a pathetic excuse of a campaign experience. Look, there are elements to this game that I like and that I've grown to enjoy after the hours I've put into the game to play through the multiplayer and to try rank up my guns, get the camouflages and stuff like that. And the whole experience isn't terrible, putting aside obviously the known stuff that everyone complains about every year, which is skill-based matchmaking and things like that. It's okay, but my biggest problem with this game is the fact that they've marketed it as a full-blown release, Modern Warfare 3, a sequel essentially to the Modern Warfare 2, but yet this game was originally meant to be a DLC, and God, you can tell it was originally a DLC. They have marketed this game on nostalgia, saying they're bringing back old Modern Warfare 2 maps from 2009, which I can categorically tell you right now, do not work in this game. Say what you will on that, have your opinions. Some maps do work. I like High Rise, I like Rust, I like a couple of the other ones, but there are some that do not work in modern Call of Duty, and I'm going to explain why in this video. This game is a pile of dog doo-doo. I would not recommend buying this game. Don't spend the $70. Just wait for the next one. Or hell, wait for Warzone and play that. Do not buy Modern Warfare 3. The campaign is trash. Zombies, it's just not what we all want. And multiplayer, well, yes, it fixes a lot of things from last year, but does that warrant $70 damn dollars? No. No, it doesn't. Stick around, guys. We're going to go through every single part of Modern Warfare 3 in this video. Check the timestamps below. Skip to whichever parts of the video you want to. But ultimately, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you like Modern Warfare 3? If you do, tell me why. If you don't, tell me why. I want this comment section to be a place where we can have a constructive conversation. You tell me why you enjoy it, why you don't, things you like, things you don't. Let's talk about it. But without further ado, let's dive in. Look, I'm going to start off by saying that this isn't a dig at Sledgehammer Games or anything like that. From some of the things I've heard and seen on Twitter around what Sledgehammer wanted to do with this Call of Duty this year, I'm really upset. I'm really upset that Activision have stopped this. And they wanted to create an Advanced Warfare 2 game, or something set in the Advanced Warfare era. We could have had an Exosuit Call of Duty this year. I really liked Advanced Warfare. I liked Black Ops 3. I even liked Infinite Warfare because of the movement. I would have loved another advanced movement game, especially in modern Call of Duty. And I think that's maybe what Call of Duty needs now. But anyway, let's start off with the biggest disappointment this year and the biggest scam this year. The campaign of Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 2's campaign was one of my favourites in the series. The original was fantastic, Modern Warfare 2019, providing you with that wow factor and all the crazy and inhumane acts that we saw throughout, even in the trailer of the game. But Modern Warfare 2 took that, didn't give you as much as that fear and wow factor in terms of the tragic and disturbing things that went on, but gave us more of what we wanted in the original game and more of what we loved about the original, and that is why it's one of my favourite campaigns in the series. More sweep house sections, more stealth, the ability to run around different estates and tackle whichever objective you liked in whatever order you wanted to do that, to complete different missions in any way that you liked. This night vision mission at the beginning of the game was my personal favourite, and a campaign with such awesome characters like where was Alejandro in Modern Warfare 2? Or Valeria, my future wife? This game was absent of all of these types of personalities, and it was so sad to not see any of them return. I will admit, the first mission of the campaign was my absolute favourite, and is the hallmark of Modern Warfare 3. It is no wonder that they showed this one off at Gamescom or wherever the hell it was, or Summer Games Fest. No surprise to me, because this was by far the best mission, the most polished mission, and it is what we expect from a Call of Duty game. This level of detail, this linearity throughout, and the stealth and the night vision. It was so much fun. Infiltrating the gulag, descending down the gulag with night vision on and taking out the guards that are trying to basically surround the prisoners to then find Makarov. You can tell this mission was the one they put the most effort into as well, to draw you in, and it really did work because it got me hyped for this campaign. But then, wait, how the fuck is Alex back? Would it not be useful to maybe have a recap of the game for people like me that don't really follow the Warzone story? Why is Graves, who died in Modern Warfare 2, in a tank explosion which he should not have survived, somehow now alive, helping Farah, who wasn't in Modern Warfare 2 a hell of a lot, and then Alex, who died in Modern Warfare 2019, that's now somehow back in Modern Warfare 3. Am I missing something here? A simple recap just before you go into the story, explaining what happened. Maybe it's Captain Price doing a brief of his team or something like that. Maybe it's Makarov. Maybe it's Farah and Alex. We need something to tell us what the hell is going on and how these players and people are back in the universe. During Call of Duty Next, Sledgehammer were bigging up something they called open combat missions. These were missions that were said to give the player freedom to tackle objectives in any way that they liked. Stealth or guns blazing, it gave you the freedom and it gave you your decision to do whatever you wanted. Now, is that the case? Did it work? Look, Sledgehammer weren't wrong here, okay? But what they built up versus what they gave us was absolutely pathetic for a campaign. Look, I get this game was developed in 18 months. It didn't have the full 3-year development cycle, and it shows. But open combat missions cannot be in the next Call of Duty game. If they are, they need to be in Spec Ops, and they need to stay in Spec Ops. Open combat missions are dog shit. They're trash. Get them out of the game. Get them out of my sight. Every time I saw this logo when loading up and going into the next mission, I just sighed and didn't want to go forward with it. They didn't make me want to play. I didn't like it. A good campaign mission in a Call of Duty, especially one which is tactical and military, you need to be coached through it. Good example of this is, obviously, we've got the Sweep House mission from Modern Warfare 2019, the more advanced version with the night vision stuff in the second game, but then also the mission with Captain Price and Gaz in Modern Warfare 2. You go around with Captain Price, like you did with Macmillan in the original Call of Duty 4, as Price, and he tells you what to do with the sniper, how to kill people, and they'll coach through it, with him giving you the opportunity to go through and take people out in your own way, meet up again after, and continue on, sort of being coached through by Price. This didn't happen in these open combat missions. You essentially had Graves telling you in the ear what to do, where to go, and that you need to put these trackers on different bloody missiles or something, but it's not the same. It felt like a Spec Ops mission. I didn't like it. The thing that really made me laugh about what this game became was that in Modern Warfare 2, they absolutely nailed the gameplay, the mission design, the level design. Everything was to a T, was elite Call of Duty level design. It was absolutely fantastic, and Infinity Ward did a freaking amazing job. I've just moved my camera. Infinity Ward did an absolutely amazing job of creating those missions and immersing the player with what happened in those missions. And the same with Modern Warfare 2019. This is no fault of Sledgehammer. It's not, because I doubt that this was their doing to make a campaign like this. This was originally meant to be DLC. This was never meant to be a fully blown game. So that's why the campaign is only 3 to 4 hours long, and most of it is Spec Ops-like missions with 1 or 2 linear missions here and there. I don't blame Sledgehammer for this. I blame Activision for this. I really do. Some might say that, oh, well, it was Sledgehammer that made the game. It wasn't Activision that made the game. Well, yeah, I know. But if your boss is telling you to do one thing, but your other team wants to do another, you've got to go with what your boss said. And the boss said to create a Modern Warfare 3 DLC, turn it into a full game, sell it for $70, and just try and get us, try and pass off a campaign experience, which is a couple of hours long to keep people satisfied. They'll forget about it in a few weeks and go straight onto the multiplayer, which is exactly what has happened. The thing is that blows my mind though is that these open combat missions were there in the first 2 games, but they just weren't called open combat missions. There were a couple of missions in Modern Warfare 2019 and in Modern Warfare 2, one of them being where you have to find Hadir in the estate, so you have to go around the estate, take out these different people, and they'll tell you the location of Hadir or wherever. You have to then go around and be silent, essentially avoiding the people, taking people out, killing the lights and shooting them up there to make you stay in the dark and use your night vision. These missions were all there, but in Modern Warfare 3, they've just kind of turned it into Spec Ops completely and gave you chests, gave you creator classes and stuff like that. This isn't a campaign. This is not a campaign. You should be given a select weapon that you go around and do the mission with, not having to go around and open crates like you would in Warzone or DMZ. It just isn't my cup of tea. Overall, open combat missions were the biggest disappointment in this year's Call of Duty, and you can literally finish them in under 2 minutes. You can just sprint through them and finish them that quick. I really hope they don't return, and if they do, they go back to the original style that they had in the previous 2 games. But let's put the negatives to one side for a second, and let's talk about the story of the game. Look, the gameplay might be terrible, but can it be made up by a good story? Sometimes it can be. But the gameplay is what immerses you in the game, which then in turn immerses you in the story. And if you're not enjoying the gameplay, you're probably not going to care that much about the story, even if it is really good. Which is what happened in this game. I really liked the story. I liked the return of Makarov. I thought it was really interesting. I liked the breaking him out. I liked that Makarov is trying to frame the ULF and Farah's army essentially for being terrorists and stuff like that, in essentially a big attempt for Russia and Makarov to take over Urzikstan. It was a really interesting backstory, and I enjoyed the overall plot. It was good. What I didn't enjoy though was of course some of the missions that led up to that and that made the gameplay overall just a bit naff. I think if this was a fully blown campaign experience, it would have been one of the best in the series, especially with the plot and the story they had. They could have really gone all out with this one, and I think they may have shot themselves in the foot a bit here, because this was the perfect opportunity for a fully blown Modern Warfare game to end like Modern Warfare 3 did. But we all know there's going to be a Modern Warfare 4, which is going to have Makarov being at the forefront, Captain Price and Task Force 141 and everything like that. And I think that's the reason why they've done it, to set up Makarov, to tease us that he's here. The Modern Warfare 4 and Warzone is going to be where they go all out with it. But of course, a big problem for me as well is that they killed Soap in a fucking DLC. Like, what? Am I missing something here? Like, why have they killed a fan favorite character in a DLC game? Like, I get it, in the original Modern Warfare 3, Soap McTavish was dead, right? He died in that game. But that was a fully blown game that we played with him the entirety of the way through. They killed Soap in a game that was meant to be DLC that nobody liked. Like, why? Why would there be such an instrumental death in a game that was meant to be DLC that's only 4 hours long, that they probably knew wouldn't get a good reception, but because of the wow factor, people are going to be like, oh my god, he's dead? Wait, what? I think that was a really bad call for them to do that. And especially for Makarov then to just get away, setting up for Modern Warfare 4. Look, I get it. It's going to be a revenge game, right? Price is going to enact his revenge like he did with Shepard at the end of Modern Warfare 3. He's going to get his revenge on Makarov for killing his best friend, but also, for framing Farah and for doing what he's done. And I think that's how it's set up, but I didn't agree with it. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down below on the campaign. We've rambled on for about 20 minutes here, but let me know about what you think down below the campaign, everyone. Okay. Let's talk about the multiplayer. Look, the multiplayer is always going to be something that I have a love-hate relationship with, and I know that you guys are probably going to have the same thing, right? Skill-based matchmaking is always going to be at the forefront of any Call of Duty ever. There are always going to be people that are moaning about skill-based matchmaking. They're moaning that it's too strong, it's not strong enough, whatever. It's boring. I'm bored of it completely. Look, if you want to get around it, reverse boost. Get an account with 1,000 deaths or whatever it is, and then just join the account on your main account and you'll have a great time. It's just how it is. Every Call of Duty game is fun when you do well, and it is as simple as that. If you reverse boost, you have fun. What's wrong with it? I've played probably 50 games of Modern Warfare 3. The first 10 to 20 I didn't really enjoy. The first game I played, I enjoyed. After that though, skill-based matchmaking kicked in and it screwed me. At that point, I wasn't enjoying it and I went off the game. But then I thought, hey, let's go back and let's try a couple of different game modes out. Let's try the hardcore modes. Let's try the war mode, which is returning from World War II. Let's try Invasion, which is like a big ground war with vehicles. And I've got to say that my favourite mode out of all of those had to be hands down hardcore in this game. For whatever reason, hardcore in Modern Warfare 3 has just risen from the dead, from the depths, and is now the best mode in the game. It is so fun to play that I actually wanted to jump on COD yesterday and play hardcore, team deathmatch, domination, hardpoint, especially on Rust. Look, are the spawns broken on most of the maps? Yes. Are spawns on Rust for hardcore broken and ridiculous? Absolutely. But it's so chaotic that I actually really enjoyed it. Going around trying to level up my BASP battle rifle, trying to get cross-map headshots, the accuracy that you can have with the weapons and, you know, the one-shots, and it's just fun. It's chaos, and it's just really good. It's like shipments in Modern Warfare 2019. Like, you can drop like 150 plus kills on Rust or like on shipment that you used to, and it's just good for ranking up weapons and for turning off for a game or two and like in your mind and just monging out playing one of these games. However, what I didn't enjoy was core. I can't stand it, to be honest. The time to kill has been increased on this game. I thought I was all for time to kill increases. I kind of am, but I feel like the TTK on this game is a little bit too high, and I feel like on Modern Warfare 2 it was way too low. They need to find the happy medium where I can still get into gunfights but yet come out of them. Like Black Ops 4 TTK, that was really good. I feel like this one, I don't know what this is technically on par with Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3 TTK were my favourites because it gave you the opportunity to just get out of those gunfights or to not be camped so much. Like, you could jump out of the way and you can really battle against someone. Modern Warfare 3's, however, maybe it's just the skill-based matchmaking, I don't really know, but it takes a lot of bullets to kill someone, man. A lot of bullets, especially with SMGs from a fairly medium distance. You're going to be putting 20 to 30 bullets into people sometimes, because obviously you don't put every bullet in, you miss a couple, so you can go through an entire mag without killing someone. I think the creator class is just overly complicated. Don't really like it. Again, I'm not a fan of this system they had in the workbench system or whatever. I'm not a fan of it. Bring back pick 10, man. It's so simple. Black Ops 2's pick 10, Black Ops 3's creator class system. Whatever it is, they were the best with wildcards and stuff. Bring them back. They were so simple and so effective. And I feel like that's just what people want. I hope Treyarch do that in their next Call of Duty next year, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Kill streaks, I mean, they're just standard, aren't they? But the biggest problem with this game is those fucking challenges, man. I can go into creator class, want to equip a stun grenade, but can't because I need to complete a daily challenge. I can go into creator class wanting to equip a stun, but can't because I need to complete a daily challenge. I can try and equip a weapon that I've just unlocked by getting to the level to unlock it, but I can't unlock it because I've not completed a daily challenge. What? Are you... These are the types of things that just ruin the game for a lot of people and just are unnecessary. Like, I've unlocked it. I've met the requirements to unlock this weapon. Why is it again locked behind a challenge? Stuff like this, man. These decisions, whoever makes them is just... They've obviously never played a Call of Duty game for a long period of time before. And if they have, then they must really enjoy pain. Because it's not fun. It's boring. And finally, let's talk about the maps. The maps are from Modern Warfare 2 2009. Over a decade old. Everyone has really fond memories of these maps. The maps that are big and that potentially weren't as enjoyed, like Underpass, we've got Wasteland, we've got Quarry, Derailed, Subbase. These maps were some that I could look back on fondly with memories and think, I like those maps. They were big, but I had fun on them back in the day. I've dropped nukes on these maps. I've enjoyed them for free-for-all and stuff. But I don't like them in Modern Warfare 3. I don't like them. And I've said this at the beginning of the game. These maps don't work. They don't. Whatever you guys say, whatever your opinions are, they don't work for modern Call of Duty, and I'm going to tell you why. In 2009, the playstyle was very, very different to what it is now. It was slower. There wasn't tac sprint. There wasn't slide cancelling. Hell, there wasn't sliding or dolphin diving. You could jump and sprint. That was it. Every player was moving at the same speed. There was none of this other crap that was going on. Yes, you could drop shot, maybe that was a different thing, but there wasn't as much going on in those games as what there is in modern Call of Duty. And to have the different verticality, it was fine. It worked in the previous games because there was more people trying to rush in those games. There was more UMP gameplay, there was more TAR 21 gameplay, there was more ACR gameplay. In modern Call of Duty, you get people with, especially with skill-based matchmaking, because there wasn't really anything crazy back in the day skill-based, it was more connection ping-based. In modern Call of Duty, you get a lot of people sitting in corners. You get a lot of people that are camping with snipers. You get a lot of people that are camping in corners with LMGs, with SMGs, any weapon it might be. There are not many people that really rush and look for stuff unless you are a higher skilled player, in which you're going to have more of a torrid time because you're going to match with more higher skilled players, which means you're going to not do as well and you're probably going to die a hell of a lot. These maps don't work for that exact reason. Unless you join a lobby, reverse boost, or join a lobby with people that aren't very good, you're going to be able to get around the map a lot better and, you know, potentially spot people quicker and whatever it might be. In these new maps, when you're against very sweaty people or people that know the maps very, very well from back in the day, you're just going to have a torrid time. And maps like Wasteland are huge. Quarry is a really big map. Underpass is a big map with a lot of verticality. A lot of people aren't going to like these maps. I personally really like them, but a lot of people won't. But maps like Rust, maps like High Rise, they work really, really well because you can afford to attack sprint and to slide cancel around these maps and to be quick to ADS and to get those kills, especially on game modes like hardcore. These maps really work, and it shows because these are the maps that have been remade over the years multiple times. Even the likes of Terminal has been in every single Call of Duty game that Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer pretty much have created since Modern Warfare 3. There's not been one game this map hasn't been recreated, or Nuketown or something like that. These maps work because you can afford to be quicker. The gameplay can speed up on these maps and people will enjoy it. People aren't going to enjoy gameplay being sped up on Underpass, on Quarry, on Derailed. It just won't work. So this is my reasoning. I think the Modern Warfare 3 has, multiplayer wise, has some decent starts. You know, I think it's okay. I don't think it's the worst multiplayer Call of Duty we've ever had. But what I don't like is the fact that they can't create original maps that we enjoy. Like this game, it's not like it's been out for a few years. This game has been out for nearly 2 decades now. Can they not analyze what maps worked well and what maps didn't, and then create maps based off that? Like, surely it can't be difficult, right? I don't know. I think the Modern Warfare 2 maps are very good, and I am glad they've brought them back, but they just don't work in modern Call of Duty, in my opinion. And it's going to leave a lot of people with those memories of these maps to actually go, they weren't as good as I thought, which is going to tarnish the reputation of the previous game, which, yeah, I'm not a fan of. But anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know yours down below. On to zombies. Look, I'm not the biggest zombie player in the world. And when it comes to Modern Warfare 3, Vanguard, I'm just like, nah, this ain't for me. My idea of zombies is Black Ops 2, which is, you know, perks, round-based, running round, and just having a really good time with friends. Black Ops 3 was my favourite zombies experience to date. It was so much fun. I don't know why the zombies community just can't get a round-based zombies map with a good damn story. I feel really bad for the zombies community. Not the fact that they're not getting good stories or whatever, but it's the fact that they can't get what they want. They've asked for a round-based Call of Duty zombies mode map for so long. In Cold War, they got that. Was it the best one in the world? It was good, but was it better than the originals like Black Ops 3? Not at all. But it was enjoyed because the story was fun. It gave people something to grind for with the camo. And then in Vanguard and the other games, they just didn't bother. They just stopped and thought, hey, let's move away from round base and let's do this. And it was terrible received. Yet they've done it again. Look, is this better than Vanguard? Yes. Is this going to be the way for zombies going forward? I bloody hope not, because it's crap. The story is just not interesting to me. The gameplay is like DMZ, which, fair enough, it's fun here and there, but it's not what I want in a zombies mode. I want a round-based mode with a good story that I can just grind and get a good Easter egg out of. I played for about an hour the other day. I played on my own. I probably should be playing with people, but I played on my own for an hour, and I've got to say that I just didn't really think much of it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was all right. It was okay. Will I be playing it? No, not at all. I won't be touching it. Will other people, do they like it? Well, a lot of people have mixed opinions at the start, and I think they've grown to it a little bit, but they kind of have to if they want to play zombies this year, because you can't play it anywhere else unless you go back to the older games. And even doing that, well, you know, what's the point? So yeah, zombies for me is not really it. Some might like it, some won't. It wasn't my cup of tea. I'm waiting for a proper round-based zombies mode to come out, and I'm hoping that Treyarch are just going to market the hell out of zombies next year and make it what we all wanted. And I really hope for the zombies community in particular that is the case. The zombies community is like the Halo community. We know what we want, we're just not being given it. We want campaign DLC for Halo Infinite, we're not going to get it. Zombies want a round-based map that's simple, they are not going to get it. It's unfortunate, but that's modern gaming development, unfortunately, everyone. But that was a rant that took a lot longer than I thought. That's Modern Warfare 3. Dogshit campaign, meh multiplayer that's kind of fun on hardcore, and a dogshit zombies experience that I'm probably never going to play again. $70, ladies and gentlemen. Don't buy it. Please just don't do it. Please don't do it. Like, if I knew that it would be this bad, I actually wouldn't have brought it. Even for content, I wouldn't have brought it. It's terrible. Really. Don't buy this game. Wait until next year, or even bloody just wait for Warzone in a month or two. That will be basically the experience of Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer. Just play that. But guys, ultimately, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think of Modern Warfare 3? Good, bad, dog shit? I'm going to go for the dog shit. But have a good day, everyone. Leave a like if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're brand new. See you guys next time.